Hello, everyone. It's the Van Edwards, aka the Van the Connector, connecting you, yes, you, to the knowledge that will empower yourself. Now, you're probably wondering, Devan, why are you laying down on this couch? Why is the phone at this angle? I'm gonna tell you. Perspective, and that's the idea I got for this video. So I actually just wanted to let my vegan pizza in the oven kind of cook for a bit. So I wanted to just share a bit of what's on my mind. It's been a great day. A lot of aha moments, a lot of things going on in my life, and but great things, of course, and like a lot of things that I'm learning. And hey, Stefan, how you doing? So yeah, a lot of things going on, and it's an exciting time, and it's also a time where it's like you're excited, but on the other spectrum, there is this there's this element of the other side, the opposite, where it's like, okay, these things can be potentially bad for other people that are not aware of how to make a bad thing good. Because a bad day is often disguised as a good lesson. But it's about the perspective we take about our approach to the day. You know? It's about our perspective on how we, so because when we change our perspective, we change our life. And I remember I was listening about there was two things. One thing was like I like Shaolin Kung Fu, so I used to do Shaolin Kung Fu in university, and we learned a lot of principles like Qigong, Shaolin Kung Fu, and one of my favorite things was horse stance, because horse stance was like a simple grounding exercise where it will strengthen your legs, strengthen your whole body if done correctly. And in that one stance, it will enable you to move into different directions. So I saw that as like, okay, whenever you're grounded, you're able to really navigate with certainty, and you're able to navigate knowing that you're moving in a way that's strengthening you, and a way where it's like you can be versatile, you can be flexible, you can be mobile, and still maintain the integrity of your body. Hopefully that makes sense to some people. But also another thing is that grounded, being grounded not only in like your body but in your mind and your spirit. So it's like being grounded in your values, being grounded in the direction that you want to go in life. So, and there was a quote by a Shaolin master named Shi Heng Yi. I put a rule about it, and he said, "Stop thinking about tomorrow when the music is playing now." And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy." Because you should. There's a book that I like. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Um, so I don't know if you read that book, but check out that book. And there is also my girlfriend. She read that book. She changed her life. I remember she was reading it to me as well. But I read it before that she read it, but like it changed her life as well. And then my other friend Jeffrey, he read it. I know he's talked about it before. And The Power of Now is definitely a great book to read. And if you don't want to buy it, I mean, there's a little hack I found. It's called if you type in libgen.ly, you will like find like thousands of books. Like type in the name and then you find thousands of books that you can just download and read the PDF on your phone or your desktop if you want. There's a secret gem, perspective in it. But also as well, when you take on the perspective that life gives you limits, but you can make it limitless. So you can lessen those limits that life's given you, because again, it's what life is giving you. But if we're creators, if we can create our own economy, if we can create our own life and design it ourselves, then it doesn't matter what life gives us, because there's only so much that people in life can give us. But what we can give is limitless because everything's going to come from within us. So if we decide that, okay, no, I want to make whatever this circumstance is better for me, we can. And we can do that through our mental faculties, our imagination, through our perception, through our willpower, and get creative about that. Because there's so many examples of people that's done it. You got Tony Robbins, you got like even like people like Jay-Z, like even you got people like Damon Dash. All across in every industry of life, there's a story of someone who adopted the perspective of something bigger than themselves and bigger than their circumstances. And so it's like, even when I was in school, it wasn't until I was exposed to different environments and exposed to different levels of information where it's like, okay, now I can adopt this perspective. Now I know that there's a better way to do this, or a more efficient way to do something. So, and even going into university, that even I was learning that and observing, because I observe a lot about life and create my own understandings around that. But what I want to say is that don't let school stop you from being educated. Breathe upon that. Don't let your workplace prevent you from being educated, because the workplace is not you. You are not your workplace. You are you. So educate yourself about yourself, and educate yourself about how you can bring more value to wherever you go, whether it is your workplace, whether it is your school, whether it is the corner shop, whether it is a business, whether it is anything. But stretch your mind to think at higher levels, and you'll gradually navigate towards that. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, if it's being done, it can be done. So every problem, there's a solution. And that's what I learned early, and that's why I've been getting like really indulge myself into personal development and growing myself. And yo, I make things look easy, but it's not easy. It's not been easy. I'm up like there's been like times where I've been like late nights, like really studying a certain topic, like, or studying certain things to grow my mind, and like journaling, writing down, affirming until I fall asleep over myself, because I know what happens when my mind is at a lower place. I've been in dark places in my life before, and it the thing is, no, what was different as opposed to what many people had help. Like, I remember, like, there's 2 times in my life that I've been depressed, and those 2 times I had to take myself out of it. But if I didn't have the tools to do that, if I didn't have the willpower to do that, I wouldn't have got out of that. I wouldn't have emerged, like, started from the bottom, now we're here. You know what I mean? And again, you have to be willing to grow. You have to. You have to know that, you have to, like, really know, not just believe that, but you have to know that, like, you're destined for greater things. You have to know that your current circumstances is not where is not where you're going to be staying your entire life. Like, your current situation is not your final destination. Like, I don't know if you watch there's a movie called Final Destination. It's called Final Destination, but it's 3 movies. How is there 3 final destinations? There can't be. If it's final, it's final. But they made like 3 movies. I'm like, come on. There's not really a destination, is there? There can't be. But anyways, off the tangent. But you know what I mean. Like, this journey of life is endless. It is endless, but You have to create the conditions. There's always a new level, and you have to recreate yourself every time. You have to reinvent yourself every time in every level of your life that you're approaching and growing through. Because the goal, it doesn't matter where you are in life, the goal is always to grow. So now you ask the question, because the question is the answer. Where am I now? Where do I want to go? And now how do I get there? And then you want to write, if any ideas come to your head, you want to just write it down first. Write it down, make it plain on a piece of paper. Hey Tammy, how you doing? So make it plain on a piece of paper. You want to write it down. Where am I? Where do I want to go? How can I get there? You wanna really ask yourself first. Before you ask anyone else any questions, you want to ask yourself first. Because only you truly know the answer. But write it down and then research it, explore it. Say, okay, maybe I can get to this destination through this path. Maybe I can get to this path. Like how would that suit me where I am now? And then you ask another question, like who has been in this position that I've been in? How did they overcome it? And then you start going through like this kind of this quest to like reclaim your power back, to reclaim those energies and stuff like that. So I mean, and to really gain more clarity and more understanding. And through understanding, through clarity, you gain certainty. And then certainty helps you move forward with confidence, move forward with faith, move forward with knowing that regardless of what's going around me, it's going to be okay. Because there's a higher perspective. Nothing higher, nothing higher can evolve. No, wait, is it nothing lower can evolve from something higher? I forgot what the quote was. Oh yeah, nothing higher can evolve from something lower. Was it nothing lower can evolve from something higher? Well, anyways, I forgot. But the point is, whenever you're in your lowest point of life, or even a low point, it may not even be the lowest point, but just know that there's always a higher perspective. And then when you gain that higher perspective, just know that if you ever fall short of that higher perspective, just remember that you still came from that higher perspective. So there's always something higher. There's always a way to climb back up. The ladder to growth is never broken. There's always a ladder somewhere that you can climb. But you just have to decide to climb it and decide that, okay, I'm gonna find a way no matter what. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna find a way no matter what. And so that's what personal growth and development is about. It's about understanding understanding the journey, understanding that the opportunity is opportunity. It's not a problem, but it's an opportunity for it's a situational opportunity for growth. And there was a poem that I wrote because I'm a poet, but I haven't done my poetry book yet. But there's a poem. It's actually on Spotify. Actually, funny that I actually uploaded it. It's called Soul. So Soul, and I talk about the question being the answer, and it's a quest for ions. So the question is the quest, and then you have ions. So questions, ions. So I mean, again, the answers are in the language can tell a lot about ourselves. Even the language we use. So so the questions we ask really take us on a quest. And then those ions is like is the energy that's associated with that quest. So if you got questions about wealth, you're gonna then surround yourself with the energy of wealth and start associating with the energy of wealth. If you ask questions about health, now you're gonna start surrounding yourself with the ions, the energy around health. And just like even if you look at the word millionaire, there's ions in it. There's an energy to it. Billionaire, there's an energy to it. And these are just little things that I don't think people really think about, but it interested me. I mean, like, no one's ever spoke about that, but like that's something that I was like, oh, had a thought one day. So I was like, let me write this down. It sounds like a good idea. So it's like when you have like an aha moment or these great ideas, write it down. I really encourage you to write it down, because then it's gonna lead you on a quest. And yeah, man, you really have to understand like what you value as well, and stay true to your values. Like have some integrity, spread love, seek understanding, because again, sometimes people are at different areas of their life, and it's like you can either get mad at them or you can like understand that they're in some point at this stage and you're at this stage. So it's like find that middle ground, saying like, okay, how can I help you, or are you okay? Like, questions are the answers, guys. And maybe someone's response to you might not be the response that you would expect, because you don't expect that response of yourself. So yeah, I think I'm gonna check on my pizza because it might be burnt right now. Hopefully it's not. I'm gonna go check. Plus I need to go to the toilet, but I'm saying too much. That is too much. Too much information. Okay, well, Instagram Live, it's been great. Just remember, change your perspective and change your life. Okay? Change your perspective and change your life. Take a higher perspective on what you think you know. Because sometimes the problem is that we don't know what we don't know that we don't know. So keep an open mind. Like don't lean on just your own understanding. Seek clarity, seek understanding, and expand your mind. And stay tuned on my social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Divine Edwards, to stay connected. Because remember, and stay empowered as well in mind, body, and spirit. Because just remember, the connection continues. Take care.